Welcome to another edition of Chit Chat with Jerry Mahoney. How's it going, Jerry? Cheers.
Good, Tammy. Thanks for asking. I'm doing well. Hey, that's Tammy. Yep, Tammy Hennigan. She is the assistant governor for our region in Rotary, our district, 5170. And you know why I selected her to introduce today's episode? Because she is amazing. Yeah, she's amazing. But she is also the mother of 3 children who are all in the Navy. Really? And her husband is retired from the Navy. He retired as a rear admiral. Wow, that's great. Oh, wow, that's high up there. Yep. And so the kids, I wrote this down because I want to get it right. So Tammy is the mother of 3 kids who are in the Navy. One of them is an F-18 fighter out of Japan. Whoa, yeah. Another is a submarine officer. Whoa, wow, that's awesome. Underwater stuff? Yeah, underwater. And the third is a surface warfare officer, also out of Japan. That is amazing. So definitely a family of Navy people. And so today we're celebrating Veterans Day on Chit Chat. Now last year, I got a flag for you. Let me grab it. Okay, here it is. Can you hold that? Yeah, I'll hold it. Yeah, now last year, now remember, I don't want the flag in my face, okay? Because you did that last year and you're doing it again. You're please. Sorry about that. I won't do that again. All right. So last year we talked about the Gettysburg Address for Veterans Day. And that was because it was an important speech during the Civil War. We honored the veterans of the Civil War and all veterans that day. Now, today we're Jerry. What? Jerry, the flag. What? It's beautiful. Jerry, the flag. Oh, sorry, yeah. I promise not to do it again. Okay, well, we'll see about that. So today we're going to shift gears a little bit and talk about a famous speech that took place over in England, actually in France. It was the King of England, Henry V. He was king during the 100 Years' War, and he was quite a warrior king, one of the most successful. Can we just put the flag down? Yeah, that'll be good. All right, thanks. So Henry V gave a speech that is immortalized in the Shakespeare play and sometimes referred to as the Band of Brothers speech. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that speech and its history and why it's important and recite some of it. And so we're mixing a little bit of British and American history today as we celebrate Veterans Day. Are we ready? Yes, we are. Take it away. Take it away. Ha, ha, ha. Okay, let's talk about the St. Crispin's Day speech in Shakespeare's Henry V. Henry V was a king of England. He was over in France leading his men through battles. He was considered one of the greatest English kings that were warriors. And he is over in France. Imagine, it's 1415. It's the 100 Years' War. 100 years! Yeah, it was called the 100 Years' War, taking place in the Middle Ages. And Henry is leading a group of people, and they're pretty tired and beaten up, and they've lost a lot of men along the way. And now they're in Agincourt. This is the Battle of Agincourt in 1415, and they are far outnumbered by the French. Of course, this is in France, so there's a lot of French people available to fight. And Henry wants to give a speech to the men who are going to be going into battle and give them a pep talk about how this is going to be a great day. But Westmoreland, the cousin, he says, it's too bad we don't have at least, a few other guys from England that aren't doing anything today. The way he says it is, oh, that we now had here but 10,000 of those men in England that do no work today. Wow, that's fancy talking. Well, that's Shakespeare. Yeah, he's who? Shakespeare. I'll explain it later. Oh, yeah, all right. So, anyway, Henry hears Westmoreland say this, and he says, wait, what's he that wishes? So my cousin Westmoreland, no, my fair cousin, if we are marked to die, we are enough to do our country loss. And if to live, the fewer men, the greater share of honor. In other words, if there's only a few of us and we win this battle, which we're going to do, and by the way, they do win the battle. Don't let me forget to say that. The English do actually defeat the French. No way! Yeah, they pull it off. Historically, they do. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'd say so. So Henry says, no, my cousin Westmoreland, you know what? We've got enough guys here. And let me fast forward to the part of the speech that most people are familiar with. St. Crispin's Day is October 25th. There's been a number of battles, actually even in World War II, battles on that particular day. Something about that day that brings out battles. And St. Crispin and Crispinian and Crispin were twin martyrs, Christian martyrs. And so this particular speech is on that day. And here's what Henry V says. This day is called the Feast of Crispin. He that outlives this day and comes safe home will stand a tiptoe when this day is named and rouse him at the name of Crispin. Where are you reading this? I'm not reading this, I'm reciting it. I know. I keep looking through the tater. There's no paper. I've recited this, so just relax, all right? Okay. You're doing good. All right, thank you. He that shall live today and see old age will yearly on the vigil feast his neighbors and say, tomorrow is St. Crispin's. Then will he strip his sleeve and show his scars and say, these wounds I had on Crispin's day. Old men forget, yet all shall be forgot? No, he'll remember with advantages what feats he did that day. Then shall our names, familiar in his mouth as household words, Harry the King, Bedford and Exeter, Warwick and Talbot, Salisbury and Gloucester be in their flowing cups, freshly remembered. This story shall the good man teach his son, and Crispin Crispian shall ne'er go by from this day to the ending of the world, but we in it shall be remembered. We few, we happy few, we band of brothers, we band of brothers. For he today who sheds his blood with me shall be my brother. Be he ne'er so vile. In other words, it doesn't matter where he was born socially, in the social ranking. This day shall gentle his condition. And gentlemen, making him more of a gentleman. It'll gentle his condition. And gentlemen in England now abed shall think themselves accursed. They were not here, and hold their manhoods cheap, whiles any speaks that fought with us upon St. Crispin's Day. Love that speech. Yeah, it's a great speech. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's history lesson about St. Crispin's Day and the speech. It's a wonderful speech. It's one of the most famous ones in all of Shakespeare. Who is Shakespeare? We'll talk about that later. So thanks for joining us today. And for all you veterans, those of you that might be watching, thank you so much for your service to our country. You take care of yourselves, all right? And we'll see you. And we'll see everybody when? Next time on Chit Chat with Jerry Mahoney. See you then. Goodbye.